Every culture has a myth about the end of the world. The Greeks imagined gods fighting titans. The Norse imagined wolves swallowing the sun. But one civilization didn't just imagine the apocalypse, they believed it was already happening, one heartbeat at a time. They believed the sun itself would die unless they fed it, and they were not speaking in metaphor. This is the mythology of the Aztecs, and it makes most of what you've heard about Greek myths look tame. To understand how dark this gets, you have to understand how the Aztecs saw time. The Greeks believed in one continuous world. The Aztecs believed the world had already been destroyed 4 times before. Each age was ruled by a different sun, and each sun died in its own catastrophe. The first world was devoured by jaguars. The second was torn apart by hurricanes. The third burned in a rain of fire. The fourth drowned beneath a flood. Each time, humanity was wiped out completely, and the gods had to begin again. We are living, according to this belief, in the 5th sun, and the 5th sun is the most fragile one yet. Here's where it gets genuinely disturbing. The gods gathered at Teotihuacan to decide who would become the new sun. One god, wealthy and proud, volunteered at once, certain of his glory. Another, poor, sick, covered in sores, volunteered almost as an afterthought. When the moment came to leap into the sacrificial fire, the proud god hesitated. 4 times he approached the flames. 4 times he flinched. The poor, disfigured god didn't hesitate once. He walked in, and he burned. He became the sun. The humiliated god threw himself in after, and became the moon. Forever dimmer, forever second. The lesson is blunt. Status means nothing to the universe. Sacrifice is the only currency that matters. In most traditions, the gods create the world and then leave it alone. In Aztec belief, creation was never finished. It was constant maintenance. The sun did not rise simply because it was the sun. It rose because it was fed. They believed the sun god, Huitzilopochtli, fought a war against darkness every night just to return each morning, and that war consumed him. Blood and hearts were thought to be the fuel that kept him strong enough to win. Skip the offering, and eventually he loses. The sun does not rise. The 5th world ends like the 4 before it. This is one of the only mythologies where humans were not merely worshippers. They believed they were the power source keeping the sun itself alive. Where you went after death was not decided by whether you had been good or evil. It was decided by how you died. Warriors who fell in battle and women who died in childbirth went to accompany the sun, a place of honor. Everyone else descended into Mictlan, a 9-layered underworld ruled by the god of the dead. The journey took 4 years, across rivers, past mountains that crashed together, through winds made of obsidian blades, before finally dissolving into nothing. Not punishment, not reward, just an exhausting erosion into oblivion. There is no hell here. There is only entropy, the same force wearing down the 5th sun, wearing down the dead as well. So why don't more people know this the way they know Zeus or Odin? Because after the Spanish conquest, most of the original Aztec codices, the painted books that held these myths, were deliberately burned. What survives is largely reconstructed, from the few texts that escaped and from accounts written by the very people who had conquered them. We are not looking at the full picture. We are looking at what was left after most of it was intentionally destroyed. And that, maybe, is the most brutal part. It is not just the mythology. It is that they buried the very people who could have told it to us properly. That's the first story we're digging up. Next week, the god that even the other gods were afraid of. Subscribe and follow the series, What History Buried, the stories history tried to bury.